So we're doing good old another definitive top 10 once again. Doing for the first time.
Wait, are we streaming now?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Bro, I said I was about to press the button.
Damn it. I found this clip.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could play it, but it'll be on stream.
Oh, that's fine. Apparently Mother's Basement is feuding with Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, that's right. You were saying that he had some barbs to say.
Elon would probably like this. But really, Masato works as a stand-in for any billionaire philanthropist who's trying to find a way to save the world that conveniently doesn't involve them giving up any of their way too much stuff. Just like how Tsukasa works as a stand-in for any milquetoast centrist who pays lip service to progressive ideals while licking the boots of those same rich assholes. Basically, this show is about Chuny Pete Buttigieg and his Bishonen billionaire backers starting an entire magic civil war just to recreate the world we have now. And
Yay. Politics.
Yeah. Wild stuff.
And I don't watch him. He's probably totally right too, but like you gotta talk about politics. I just instantly tuned out. My interest is gone. But yeah, so we're in here gonna talk for the first time about movies. Now I know I'm not the biggest movie buff. I've seen a good chunk of films, but like I'm not a huge movie guy. Tay, I believe you've seen quite a lot of cinematic pictures.
If that's what you want to call them, sure.
And I know good old Mike here is probably the one who's watched the most movies of the three of us. I guess he disagrees.
Oh, can you not hear Michael?
No, I can't. I can't hear him.
God damn it.
Michael, come on, bro.
He's gonna leave and come back.
Alright. If it ain't Michael, it's you, Tay. Every time.
I can't hear anyone. Nope.
No, yeah, you can.
Oh,
You can hear us just fine.
I can't hear Tayshawn.
Because he's not talking.
Oh.
Wait. What, was Isaac talking or something?
Anyway, I was saying, I've got like, I think about 250, 300 movies I have logged in on Letterboxd, so.
So you watched a couple of films.
Yeah, a couple.
A couple motion pictures. So we're here. We're going to talk about Protagonists once again. I believe this is actually our last list that we got planned. So after this we'll be No, we got one more.
I was about to say, weren't you thinking about comics or something?
No, I decided not to do comics because best comic protagonist would just be what's your favorite comic book? the question. Because like every character has a series of comics. Pretty much. So we're not going to do that one, but I forgot, next week we are doing worst anime / video game protagonists. It's pretty much just worst protagonists in general.
Also, I miscounted. I have over 500 movies logged into that.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
So Michael's definitely watched a couple motion pictures and is totally probably knows way more about this stuff than we do.
This is my longest list I've had. I have like 18 characters.
Oh my god. I have like 5
written down. I mean, how many are we doing? 4 again, or 5? Or what?
We'll
I'll
probably
just do a bunch of honorable mentions.
We'll probably do 5 and do honorable mentions since there's only 3 of us this time. I wanted Axeman, but pretty sure he's still unconscious as he does so frequently. And Muffin wanted to be here, but she's also just far too tired to do it.
Man, Steiny would have been great for this list.
Yeah.
We got to get those. We got to get those foreign films in here. Those black and white French films, and I'm sure if I messaged him, he probably would do it too. But...
leave the chat.
Probably.
Yeah. Isaac left a little bit ago. He left right before I started, saying he didn't want to be in this one. Yeah, which is weird because he's like I don't know. He's not really a big movie guy. He just watches movies, I guess. He's the anime guy.
Yeah.
But of course, I want to do more than just anime. Our first like 4 lists were anime, so now we're doing movies. So we'll do as we do every time. We present each round. We present one. We got to give our reasoning for it, and we'll be breaking down. This time we're doing 5 rounds just because it's just so few of us, so we can make sure we have 10, which is what we've been focusing on. And then, you know, while I'm figuring out the order and everything after we give scores, we'll let Michael present all of his honorable mentions because I have like 2, and then I'm sure you have. You said you have 18 different options, so I'm sure you gotta.
I believe so.
You'll have a couple to present, so that sounds good. And of course,
So like, if I say someone and someone's like, "No, I want to do that," just let me know. I'll easily move on to something else.
Sounds good.
Oh, Axton said he was eating, so give him like 15-20 minutes.
Oh, did he? Did he actually message us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to get in here, you have to hurry though.
You just wait for him, since there's only 3 of us anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We can wait. We can kill a few minutes. I'll be having Predator in the background, Hunting Ground, mostly because I need more excuses to play the game.
Wait, you bought Hunting Ground?
Yeah, because I actually really liked this game when we played it. I think this game's dope. I like playing humans, and I love playing the Predator. So I definitely picked this up. I knew I was picking it up when it came out. Granted,
Predator is super fun.
if this was a $60 release, I wouldn't. But it is not. It's 40,
right?
Yeah, it's $40 release. Unless you bought the complete edition, which was 60, but I just got the standard. I didn't need the classic
good.
Predator skin and stuff.
It was good, but like, just because I'm not a huge fan of those ones, I'd probably get it if it got down to like sub 20.
Yeah.
To play with people.
If not enough people get it, I don't doubt that it'll go down in price in the near future. But because it seems like it reviewed fair, but like it isn't like overly like played.
I just think for most people, $40 for multiplayer only 3 versus 1 game is probably like a little steep.
That's 4 versus 1. Nah, dude, this is a perfect time for a game like this when you can only see your friends through online play.
Oh yeah, true. I just meant like money wise.
That's fair.
Recession would be the better thing to say there.
Yeah, because not everyone can get work right now, or accept unemployment. So everyone's kind of in a weird spot here and there.
Yeah.
Oh well, I think I found those pesky hummins. I just see a giant explosion in the middle of a warehouse. Oh, I scanned one of them. Also, like, Predator is still easily my favorite movie monster ever made. Like, I think it is one.
He's up there for me.
Literally the
That'd be a
coolest
great
one.
list. Actually.
Best movie monsters? I agree.
Yes.
That is actually one I don't think I could do without Axeman.
Oh yeah.
He'd be really upset if we did that one without him. Man, you got such great ones too. You got Predator, you got the Xenomorphs, you got
Godzilla's general.
Yeah, Godzilla and all of the monsters from Godzilla.
King Kong.
King Kong, classic.
If we count monsters as aliens in general that are like
yeah, this just has to be
kinda
monstrous things.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's worth a good amount of points already. Where are the others? Oh, I think it's another one. Scanned. Oh, he ain't worth shit. Where's the last one? It's over there. I'm trying to think, what are some other great movie monsters? I guess you got your Freddy's and Jasons, like your slasher movie villains.
Slasher movies, aliens.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how monstrous you want to make them when it comes to things like Freddy and Michael Myers.
Yeah, because they're like Freddy's technically just a burned human who became like a dream eater phantom.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I think out of the three, he's the most monstrous.
Yeah, which is funny because Jason, I mean, so Jason has like the crazy powers, but like he's just a dead guy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Who's
Michael
haunted
Myers
by...
is
Yeah,
weird because he apparently, I think if I remember some of the early movie lores correctly, it's implied that he can't die because he's so evil neither heaven nor hell will let him in.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that. He's also just a dead guy. Like he was a guy who was this like monster, or he was like just a serial killer, and then he was turned into super evil monster. Oh shit! Somebody spot me. Oh no, you did. I got... Oh! Thankfully I have the second wind ability. Oh, I'm fading. I got a predator to it. Damn, I barely got away from that.
No, but yeah, I do think movie monsters to be very good.
Yeah, we'll have to add that to our lists of lists.
What do you think, Tayshawn?
Yeah, movie monsters. I'm down for that. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to come up with very many, but I'm definitely down to participate still.
What's your knowledge on you big movie guy, Tay?
Yeah, you could say that, or you couldn't. Depends.
You could totally not say that and still be correct, but you could say it too, if you wanted. I won't tell you you're wrong, but I'll just say you're not right.
You get it.
Yeah, technically correct's the best correct.
Exactly. Where is... Should we maybe... Do you want to still just stream right now, or do you want to wait till Axon comes back and just restart the stream?
Nah, it's fine. We're already doing it. We'll just keep it going. I'm having fun playing Predator, so.
Okay.
So now, fuck it. It'll stay on. I'm already in a match. Match is going good. Fuck it. I also got figured out how to set up all my capture stuff on the computer, so you can
Nice.
stream
Nice.
stuff through it on the capture card or stream stuff on the computer itself.
You did figure it out, or you still have to?
Nope, I did that earlier.
Oh, sweet.
Now it's just a matter of what will be the first thing to fuck with, or what we do. Definitely one of the biggest ones on my list is to do a big group Smash stream. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, do you have the kind that you can actually stick into your
Yeah,
Switch?
it just has to hook through HDMI. As long as it has an HDMI input or an output through output through the console, I can stream whatever we want to stream.
Nice.
You can stick it somewhere, all right.
Yep.
Ooh.
He's absolutely correct.
Oh, Michael, do you have a book, by the way,
What book?
in Animal Crossing?
A book?
A single book, yes.
I don't know. I'm not sure. No, yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, my boss, director, I don't know what the fuck to call him, just messaged me. I will be in episode 3, apparently.
Episode what?
What?
Oh, I'm in a web series.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you said nothing about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, that's the thing.
Cool.
Awesome,
Yeah,
dude. Congrats. You gonna name drop anything, or can you do that yet?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
They're shooting the pilot right now, and then I was originally going to be in the pilot, but because of stuff that happened with like the coronavirus, they ended up having to rewrite a lot of stuff. So I got moved to episode 3, and then I'm going to be supposed to be like a regular from that point forward.
Don't.
It sounds
lie
like
to
you
us,
can't
though.
talk
your,
about
your
that.
contract was too expensive.
No, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say here and there. It's not even crazy. It's something wild. It's nothing like crazy by any means. But like,
You say that now.
I mean,
Nah,
sure, I
I'm
guess.
just fucking with you. I get it.
It just sort of happened, like most things in my life.
Yeah.
Where is that? But yeah, in the game, if you have a book.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay. That day.
Yeah.
Are you able to order them yet? I can send you the bells.
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't have it open in front of me, dude.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
What do you need it for?
I needed to make a wallpaper that's a bunch of. It's basically like a library wallpaper.
Oh, you're making library. Okay. Are you looking specifically for like books that are like open on their like you can stand up on the spine?
No. It's the item called book, but you need 10 of them to
To make the
create
wallpaper?
to make the wallpaper. Yeah, and then the wallpaper just looks like a bunch of bookshelves inside of a room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like a pile of books, but I don't think I remember ever getting like a single book.
No, that's fair. I can order one. I just didn't want to have to wait for it if I could help it.
Yeah. I ate that fire team. The claws. Nice. I even leveled up.
Huh. Well, if I do it that way, no, that wouldn't help at all, actually. I think I'm gonna start making Star Garland and just like put it all over my fucking island.
You want what?
Star Garland?
Starger Island?
Garland?
Oh, Star Garland. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool item and it looks really good in certain areas.
Okay. See those hacked star fragment trees?
Yes, I kind of want one, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to fuck up my game, so.
Yeah.
It was not meant to be.
Nope.
I heard playing Settlers of Catan.
Who is? You are?
Oh, no, one of the board games in Animal Crossing looks like that.
Settlers of Catan.
Yeah,
Catan.
Yeah, it's Catan, bro.
I mean, maybe to you.
It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. Oh, hey, he's online, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Let me invite him into the chat. We should play some Overwatch and GTA at some point today.
Sure.
Oh, also, message me as soon as you're online on Tuesday for the event, so that I can jump on with you.
Invite him already.
I'm trying to. I need to get to the right spot. Oh, did you? Wait, no. He's playing some...
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what he's playing. But yes, he is playing some Japanese game. I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't want to say it was Japanese. It could be any foreign game. Maybe he's playing a Indonesian game.
Because I think those are Japanese characters. There he is.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Yellow.
What's up, dude?
Okay, so let me tell you why the
what?
I don't know. I had somewhere I was going and then it just fell apart.
Oh.
Me too, bro. Me too.
I was gonna point at a movie on my shelf and be like, "Let me tell you why this protagonist is the best."
It's the best.
But then I pointed to the like shelf where it's nothing but Godzilla movies, and I was like, "Oh."
Could you name me one Godzilla protagonist? I want to hear one of them.
I can't remember any of their fucking names.
I know,
so
that's why I went.
Let me tell you why. Bryan Cranston. I don't even remember his character's name. It's just...
It's Bryan Cranston. That's all you need.
That is his name.
That is his
name. But, yeah. Let me...
Yeah, I'm good. Alright.
That's good.
Well then, yep, we're gonna still present, keep doing that. And each round we'll present a character, see if they work out. I know Michael said he has 18 different characters ready and waiting.
I have like 3 ready.
So, like, if I pick something that you guys are gonna use, just tell me. I'll just grab something else.
Okay. So of course, actually, no, cross that out because we'll I forgot. I always do a different method of choosing the numbers this time. So this time, let's see. We've done dice rolls. We've done just choosing. We've done completely random, and we've done via random number generator. So this time we're gonna do it via
Just do round robin. Just fucking go around.
That would be clockwise. Round robin would be each person takes on each other.
Well, yeah, that's what we have to debate it. We have to actually set up the debate.
Fight Axton.
Okay, let's do it. Now let me tell you why.
Brian
What's your address
Cranston.
again?
Fuck, I don't remember the protagonist from Con Skull
Are you trying
Island
to get him to
either.
just dox himself? What's your address again?
All right, so
Well,
I'm
if we're
gonna.
all fighting each other, I need to know where to show up.
True.
Okay, let me try this one more time. Let me close my eyes.
He's gonna point and try and pick one.
Okay, let me tell you why Batman from Tim Burton's Batman.
Hey, that's a great Batman.
That's
dude.
actually a good pick.
Yeah,
That's
no
a good
kidding,
Batman.
dude. That's good. That's good Batman.
Wow, boo, lame, Axton. You got a good pick.
I'm staying away from superheroes, but
But like, there's some pretty good ones. You just gotta.
yeah, there are.
You just can only use them on their movie merits. Like, I actually heavily considered Logan.
That's a good one.
I was
That's
really thinking
actually
about
one I
Thor,
looked
too.
at on my shelf.
Yeah, like honestly, he in some cases he's actually, I'd say, better than the comic version.
I think
Only in some
Logan
cases.
is like the only Marvel comic movie I own.
It's a damn good
Like,
one.
actually, that's the only one I have of the Marvel movies. They're live
Okay,
action.
So I guess we'll do our little introduce everybody. So of course, Lucky Red is myself. We got Pearlescent Pink.
Yeah.
We got we didn't come up with a subtext for yours, but I knew you were aluminium, Mr. Axeman. But we always just call you. We just kind of call you Axeman, so I guess Axeman is pretty much just what we call you.
That's fine.
Anal aluminium.
Alu.
Say
See, I
anal
can't.
aluminium?
I can't even say it that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Dude,
so
do you
weird
know
to
how fucking painful it'd be to have some aluminum in your anal?
I didn't mean it that way, but sure.
me. He's not wrong though. It'd be very painful.
Yeah, especially liquid, like molten aluminum.
Yeah.
Gee, we're just going.
Could you just Could you make molten aluminum with like? I don't
You
know if
could
that
if
would
you got
just.
it hot enough, but it's kind of.
I don't think it would just melt though.
That's what
I
she
think.
said.
I think
Yeah,
aluminum is
every
like.
metal, pretty much every metal has a melting point. So yeah,
Yeah. Man, I cannot. Oh,
it's just aluminum's is probably absurdly high since you. can usually
Oh, I
cook
got
with
Blade
it.
Runner in the
Let me
mail today, so I'm finally
one?
gonna be able to watch Blade Runner, just the original.
see. It's good.
I've
2049 is
never-
really good too.
yeah, I've heard.
I've
that.
heard.
Actually, I have a,
I-
I have a pick from that.
I gotta actually watch this one so I can know what the fuck all these unicorns and
Okay,
Tears
so
in the
this
Rain
time
are about.
our order will be
Oh.
chosen via roulette wheel. So I'm gonna
So
spin
we're
the wheel.
not going to do a debate. We're not going to have since there's four of
No.
us here.
Yeah.
We could round robin it and decide which ones get on the list by virtue of who wins each debate.
Well, we've pretty much changed the fact that everyone who presents has a chance of being on the list. It's just based on points afterwards.
That's fair.
That way, like, there's pretty much no argument that everything that deserved to be on the list is definitely on the list.
Yeah. Also, Zach,
Yeah.
aluminum melts at 1,221 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's hard to get it that hot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to spin the wheel. So the first one who will be presenting is... it's me.
Hey.
Hello.
So, Red will go first, and I will be presenting one of my all-time favorite movie characters, Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Fucking Indiana freaking Jones is absolutely spectacular. I mean, I talked last time about how great Nathan Drake is, and all of that greatness comes from the fact that he's pretty much just video game Indiana Jones. You have an actual archaeologist who's got a badass whip, great look, and honestly, Harrison Ford's best character.
Harrison Ford's pretty good.
And, like,
He is.
I mean, like, you can say what you want about Han Solo, sure, he's spectacular, this and that, but dude, Indiana Jones is, like, that's best, that's Harrison Ford at his best.
Now, you remember who was going to play Indiana
Harrison
Jones
Ford?
originally?
Was that supposed to be a Stallone picture?
No, it was supposed to be Tom Selleck, the star of Magnum P.I.
Huh.
Oh God.
That wouldn't have worked. I am
about
glad
to say-
that didn't happen.
Actually, I feel like Harrison Ford has quite a few picks you could make for great protagonists.
Absolutely. For Blade Runner,
Blade Runner,
Indiana Jones, I'm sure there are others.
even just those, honestly.
Yeah, even those are great choices, man. So
What about when he's getting frantic?
all right, so our next pick is going
Now,
to be
I have a question before then, though. Do you
Okay.
prefer old, tired Harrison Ford, or do you prefer young, still kind of tired Harrison Ford?
oh, young, still
For
kind
young,
of tired.
tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
young, tired. All right, so Axeman, you will be number 2.
Okay, well, I've only got, like, 2 in mind right now, so
Okay.
let's go with...
Yeah.
Let me talk about why Ashley Williams from the Evil Dead franchise is one of the best protagonists.
I didn't even think of that. Shit, he's
He
amazing.
is my favorite movie protagonist, actually,
I'm kicking myself for that.
in that in
I'm
each
kicking you
Evil
for that.
Dead movie, you kind of see a progression of just this teen going out, this young adult going out, getting drunk with his friends in a cabin, and he has to rise up and actually fight all these monsters and deadites, and eventually grows a character to where he becomes tired and obnoxious and becomes too fucking full of himself after all of this and starts throwing around his quips. And that he actually fucks up the entire future in Army of Darkness by just being too arrogant. But he still rises up and tries to fix these mistakes regardless. And it's that unlikely hero, that sort of
Killed the hunters.
man that, despite being incredibly flawed, despite being really full of himself, he still rises to the occasion.
Yeah, Ashley
That's
Williams
why
is
I-
fantastic.
Also just fucking hilarious as the most movies go on.
Bruce Campbell is just the best.
Would
was
that
there
have worked
Bruce Cam-
without Bruce Campbell?
No.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
if it
no,
would
I
work
don't think
either.
so. Yeah, I really don't.
Um,
I think
I
Bruce
feel like
Campbell
most
really
of the
makes
I
that
feel
character.
like quite a lot of the characters on this list wouldn't work without their actors. The actors just generally bring so much to a lot of these characters.
I think my other pick too is very actor oriented, but
Same.
yeah, like where's our top Bruce Campbell picks? Which one's the best Spider-Man cameo?
I literally can't think of another Bruce Campbell movie if I'm being honest.
You can Spider-Man 1 to 3 have Bruce Campbell in them.
Who's he playing?
He's in because he's in like every Sam Raimi movie.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he
in
does.
Bubba
Oh, so he's
Hotep.
just like a
Bubba Hotep.
cameo.
In Spider-Man 1, he is the ring announcer for the wrestling match.
Is he really? I
Yeah.
never noticed that.
In
been
Spider-Man 2, he's the he's the usher for the theater. And Spider-Man
usher.
3, he's the restaurant waiter.
Huh?
I like the idea of him being Usher.
He's just
just
famous
Bruce
musician
Campbell
Usher.
coming out like my confessions.
These are my confessions. Thought I killed all I could kill.
I mean, Bruce Campbell's always also like Robin Hood and Xena. Not Robin Hood. What the fuck is? He's
In-
basically like Robin Hood.
In Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, he's in Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, he plays Robin Hood in Xena Warrior Princess.
No,
Okay.
he's not. He's basically Robin Hood.
Okay.
He just plays.
Some
it's
dude
good.
who's just pretty much. I mean, that show is not good. It does not hold up at all, which is unfortunate. Because I used to love that show when I was younger.
It's some dumb campy shit. So,
You see the other one, fucking Hercules? That shit's awful.
The Hercules TV show?
Yeah, that's Xeno.
No,
Xeno.
it's not. It is amazing.
Xena
just
is a
on
spin-off
the
of
premise
it,
of
and it's-
fucking Aphrodite and her goddamn theme song.
I don't remember it honestly.
Oh, every time she shows up, there's a chorus people go, Aphrodite, 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 Aphrodite.
Oh, God.
I need to go fucking
The goddess
rewatch
of
that.
love. It's
Wow.
amazing. Every time she shows up, the goddess of love.
Yeah.
So
no, that's,
should I watch? Should I go rewatch Hercules, or should I finally
Yes.
watch Buffy? 'Cause I've never seen
Hercules.
Buffy.
Disappointed is still my favorite scene ever. The fact that he actually just read his feeling on the script out loud and he just
Wait,
screams.
what is this from?
Oh, there's a scene in Hercules where they just left it in where
The
he
disappointing. Oh yeah.
yeah, where he just screams at the top of his lungs, like he says, "No, disappointed." Oh, it's bad. It's like it's actually awful.
But yeah, Bruce Campbell's good.
Yeah.
I
Yellow.
like how you went for
You-
Mash. Ash was no, just Bruce Campbell. Is my pick.
Yeah. Yeah, Bubba Hotep, man.
I never actually saw that movie.
Me
It
either.
is
I want to.
okay. It is fine. I mean,
Sometimes all movie has to.
he does a surprisingly good Elvis impression, but since it's Bruce Campbell, I can never stop ignoring that it's Bruce Campbell. Oh, he's also the mayor in Claudia and a Chance of Meatballs.
I never
Is he
actually
really?
saw that.
Yeah,
The only other thing I remembered him being in was Burn Notice.
he is also in Burn Notice.
You did the best you could, team. No one died in vain today, and we completed our mission.
Oh, and he's going to be in the new Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, nice.
As Ash Williams.
Because Sam Raimi's also fucking directing the new...
I am legitimately excited about that though, because it's Sam fucking Raimi.
I love Sam
It
Raimi.
could be cool.
God. But
Alright.
that is an actual rumor that he plays Ash, because as you remember, this is a multi-dimensional movie.
Yeah.
It'd be
And
amazing.
Ashley
they might just have
Williams-
him in there for a second as a cameo as Ash.
Yeah, Ashley Williams has been in the Marvel Universe, and indeed was part of the catalyst for the entire zombie outbreak in the Marvel Zombie Universe.
Really?
Really.
I wonder
I mean, I
if
knew
he's.
he had his comics where he's going up against Alien and Predator and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
par for the course. Is the horror versus movie.
The
comics
big
and
one.
movies.
I don't know if he actually fought Alien and Predator, but he fought Freddy and Jason, and that was a
Yeah,
really
that's who
big
it
comic
was.
series.
That's who I met.
And that got its
Yeah.
own TV show.
I
on
think he's
HBO.
supposed. I think they were
No.
talking about doing a Michael Myers too.
I don't know,
Well-
maybe.
Well, Yellow, you're next.
I'm gonna go with I think his name is. Let me say, make sure I get the name right. Yeah, Sing. I'm gonna go with Sing.
From
It's from the movie Sane by Illumination.
No, Sing. You know, everyone knows Sing, the famous
Yeah,
character.
the
Sing.
Illumination movie.
No. He's a guy. He's down on his luck. He just travels with his brother. He fights off a notorious gang. Becomes a martial arts specialist.
This sounds a lot like the Illumination picture scene.
Gets peed on at one point, and then at the end of the movie opens a candy shop.
Yeah,
Sing.
this is
the
the plot
protagonist
of
from
Sing.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep, didn't know that
we
one.
were like, oh.
I think Tayshawn's is trying to hide that he watched Sane by Illumination.
That's
Have
like,
you guys never seen Kung Fu Hustle?
No.
It's on my list.
No,
I don't do a
I-
lot of kung fu movies.
I
Oh
own
my
I know
it.
that's
God.
more comedy.
I've
That's
seen
more
Kung Fu
comedy,
Hustle.
I
I barely remembered the main character though. I
And
remember
he-
every other character but the main character.
What? You need to rewatch it then. You weren't watching the right movies. You don't remember the right main
I
character.
was.
They don't.
Dude, the best part in that movie is like the initial fight in the small town, where they have
What are you
like
talking about?
the Chinese vampire guys come out.
Oh, it's not.
That shit's cool. And then the bar fight was cool with the granny. and the old
The
man.
entire movie is just the best. I love that movie so much.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like Kung Pao, so I don't know if I can agree.
Character.
I fucking hate Kung Pao.
I
so
have
much.
to admit, I like rewatching Kung Pao more. Kung Fu Hustle is good, but Kung Pao is just...
So fun, dude.
This is why Steve Oedekerk is...
Yeah, dude. He's
Anyways, my main character is Sing. That's my
Okay.
first pick is Sing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
he's not gonna get anywhere on the list, and someone's seen the fucking movie.
I was gonna say,
But he
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, I have seen the movie.
Yeah,
and he doesn't like him. It sounds like he doesn't. He's seen the movie. He doesn't know him.
that's what it does sound. He's like, God. All right.
Which tells me that he's not that great.
What about you,
He's
Michael? What you
amazing.
got?
So I'm gonna pick Carrie White from Carrie.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, she's
It's the one who gets
played by
blood thrown
Sissy
on her and
Spacek.
uses telepathy, right?
Yes, yep, that one. Basically, girl grows up and she gets her period, and when she gets her period, she gets psychic powers. It's actually
Oh, it's an
yeah.
allegory, isn't it? Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
She it does a good job of showing she's as a protagonist, she's less someone that really works on her own, she's less of a doer and more of a reactee. And I know a lot of people say that makes for like not such great protagonists, but for her, she's just so. It's just so easy to like if you've ever been like bullied in school, it's easy to like get in her shoes, especially with the power fantasy of being able to fuck up your bullies. But aside from that, I mean, you really get it's just really interesting to see the way this protagonist goes from powerless to powerful, and also a lot of the stuff she has to deal with, like her abusively overbearing religious mom.
Yeah, that's probably the worst one.
I do have to say
Oh, the mom?
that
Yeah.
I actually protagonist works really well in that type of story.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've been just kind of doing nothing. They had to be fed up with the abuse, and that's why when you do get to see the power fantasy lived out, like, it is satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for you guys, I was like, oh God, this person is like this. They probably deserve it, but man, she's like kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah. No doubt. I mean, it's a Stephen King thing, so the protagonist is generally gonna be fucked up in some way.
Yeah.
So who's gonna nominate the car from Christine?
Christine, please do
Yeah.
this accident. Actually,
Who's gonna pick Herbie from Herbie Fully Loaded?
Why is it specifically that one? Why can't I pick the Love Bug 5 with Bruce Campbell?
Damn, you got
You guys
all
are
you got all
going
these
down
Bruce
the-
Campbell movies down, dude.
you guys are going down a dark
Dude,
path that
of
leads to
course-
Lightning McQueen.
Also
Of course, I know.
unrelated, but Tay, you should definitely look up the Dragoon Mercy skin that comes out on Tuesday because that shit's really fucking cool.
I was going to, but I'm just sort of waiting on seeing all the months till Tuesday.
All right, because man, these new skins are dope. I'm very excited.
Oh,
I love all of them so far.
Say Dragoon?
Yeah.
That's like my word.
Yes. That's
The
my
axe that
word.
invented the word dragoon.
It's on all of his like
If you
gaming
look up
accounts.
If you look up dragoon in a dictionary, there's just a picture of an axe that's smiling at you. From
It's literally his
from his
Facebook
12th
picture,
grade
but it
senior
like
pictures.
no, it's straight up his Facebook
Joke's
picture and
on
it
you, I
updates
wasn't
every
in
time
the
he
senior
changes. it.
pictures.
Were you
I
not?
was
I
so
thought. Wait,
cool.
but I was there.
No, I mean like in the yearbook. I wasn't in any of the yearbooks.
Weird.
But you have senior
'Cause-
pictures, correct?
I mean, I guess they exist.
He technically
They're-
does,
they're
but
in
they
the
were not
dictionary.
taken by his school. They're
That's
taken by
fine.
his mom.
They're
'cause
in
I
the
was with them.
dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah, and they get updated every year. So my second pick, round 2, is absolutely another character that again just would not work without this actor. This character
Okay.
would actively be bad, and it's Rocky Balboa.
Mmm.
Because the Rocky franchise is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. Pretty much until the MCU, that was my favorite film franchise. And it still is my second favorite film franchise.
Even with Rocky 5?
I still haven't seen 5, actually, or Balboa. So yes.
Dude, Balboa...
I hear Balboa is okay, at least.
We've been supposed... You own Balboa.
I also own 5. I own all the movies, thanks to
Sit down
you.
and watch.
I own
Yeah,
so
sit
many
down and
movies I
watch
haven't
them.
seen.
Dude, I'm like way
don't
behind
even
them.
start. I own so many I haven't seen.
So I'm not sure which one it is, but one of these two pictures is actually the picture next to Axton, or next to Dragoon in the dictionary.
The one on the right.
But I just love his
The
character.
one on the right?
He's
Yeah.
Zach, I just sent it to the chat.
okay. So he's down. He's a down and
God
out.
damn it.
He's a
What's with you taking pictures of me all the time? That's
I
at
love that
work,
you-
and you're
I
just
love that
taking
you-
pictures
I love
of
that
me.
you made them black and white too, as if they were in like the book. That's fantastic.
Why are you just
Somehow get
taking
this on
pictures of
the
me all the
video.
time at work?
You saw me. I'm clearly in your face. Why would you not?
I
have
don't know what
noticed
you're
that?
doing on your phone. It's not like you're holding like a fucking 10mm and going
Dude,
smile
you look
at
like
Axton.
directly at. No,
Yeah, like at
not
him on the
quite.
second shot. But so Rocky Balboa, I just love his evolution as a character. He starts off as this old boxer who's down on his luck because he's never had his chance to be the guy.
That looks like an album cover, in my opinion.
Yeah, a little bit. So when he's finally given that shot, he runs with it. He makes it work, and he gets his one match. And after that, he was ready to retire. But what happens? He gets dragged into a championship match that he never wanted because Apollo Creed just couldn't accept a draw or like a point victory, a shallow victory against this nobody. And after he wins, he becomes a champion. He can't accept being this rich like man, essentially, like trying to live his life this way, because it's just not him. He's just like a regular everyday Joe. And then he has to avenge the death of his manager and the death of his best friend against Mr. T and against a Russian sympathizer
Dolph
who he
Lundgren.
then Dolph
He's
Lundgren.
not a sympathizer. He is Russian.
You're right, but he defeats him and solves communism and wins the Cold War, which is literally what happens in Rocky 4, which is why it's so
He does it for Paulie's robot.
yeah, he does it for his buddy Paulie, who he bought a robot at the beginning of the movie. Rocky 4 is great, by the way, for all the best reasons.
It's also the inspiring story of a man with fetal alcohol syndrome rising up to have even more brain damage from boxing.
Dude,
but then he grows from that to become a trainer and enjoy his retirement, but he can't accept it because all these fucking kids who keep dicking around and trying to do things the wrong way because they don't understand that it's not about how hard you hit. It's about how you get hit
You can get hit
and keep moving forward. You
keep
get
moving
up
forward.
and you keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
get your boxing gloves on.
Now get your boxing gloves on. So,
Get
but
your
like,
boxing gloves.
The
We're
end
gonna
of
fight. We're
the
gonna
end
fight
of
for
the
the
fucking
restaurant.
movie where it's like it's not about the fight, and then he fucking beats the shit
Yeah.
out of the guy in the alleyway.
yeah, which is why that movie's terrible. Like, there's no question that's a bad movie. But Creed, funny enough, does essentially what the point of Rocky 5 and 6 is, but way better, where he actually becomes a coach that is far more believable and plays into that role spectacularly.
I actually think Balboa's okay. You need to get
I
around
have
to
heard.
watching Balboa.
I haven't seen Balboa. I have heard that
I've
one's
heard
okay.
it's
I do plan to see. I plan to watch 5 and Balboa, but
Now,
I've actually
my
heard
question is-
Balboa is actually okay.
What happened to Paulie's
Creed's-
robot? We
I
never
don't
figured
know.
that out.
We never found that out. But Creed
ran
and
out of
Creed 2,
batteries.
Creed 2 is pretty good. I did like it, but Creed 1 was spectacular. It was one of my favorite movies, especially in terms of a soft reboot. That is an incredible movie.
So, is the Real Steel universe the same one as the Rocky universe, or is it like an alternate time loop where Paulie's robot went on to
to
fuel
become a famous
robotics?
boxer.
Yeah.
That could be. That would explain why Hugh Jackman's there.
Yo, Adrian,
What?
put some boxing gloves
Hugh Jackman's
on a
in the
robot.
movie Real Steel. He's the star of Real Steel.
I know that, but why does it explain why he's there?
That's the
Yeah.
joke.
That wasn't why I
doesn't,
said what.
It doesn't at all. That's the joke.
Yo, Adrian, I tried putting boxing gloves on
But-
Paulie's robot here. No, Rocky, that's gonna disrupt the time-space continuum.
Oh no! Adrian, look out!
And then he just morphs into Hugh Jackman.
And thus Logan was born.
Yeah,
Logan Paul?
yeah. And then we just explained the.
Watch me make these pick videos of these bodies.
I like that he still has. He still sounds like fucking Sylvester
Hugh
Stallone.
Jackman, he's just fucking Stallone still.
Yeah, it's not actually Hugh Jackman.
Rocky
It's
as a
just
person
Stallone.
got cancelled.
Is Stallone like the Doctor regenerating now? Except
Oh, dude, I'd
everybody,
love
he
that.
still has Stallone's voice.
Stallone will
Yes.
never fade. He just
only gets
reincarnates. He
shorter.
doesn't die.
Fucking imagining like Matt Smith talking like Stallone.
That would be so fantastic.
Give me some fucking fish sticks and custard.
Damn kids, never understand it. What it means.
Amelia.
So, alright, X-Men, who's your round 2 pick? But I still
Okay,
stand also, so never would work without Stallone, by the way.
Yeah. My
I'll be right back, 1
pick.
second. You can go ahead and make your pick.
Okay, so it's Ripley from Alien. An Alien.
nice.
She was someone I considered.
She was one of my. She was a.
I
pick I'm holding off
figured that
from.
was gonna be on a bunch of people's list.
Yeah, I was
But-
holding. She was actually the first one on my list. I was like, I'm gonna hold off because I want other people to
Yeah.
answer.
So Ripley from Alien Resurrection is a very important character.
Never mind.
Specifically, only Alien Resurrection. She can play basketball really good with those alien genes. Okay, so really though, Ripley is in a time where a lot of movies were about like bravado and a bunch of action, like male action heroes. Like we had our Commandos and our Stallones. Like Ripley was the first like really badass woman that we got as a main character. And she kind of has a similar arc. This is the kind of arc where I do like to see these kind of weaker characters like Ashley Williams or Ripley go from just being... You don't even know that they're going to be the main character until they rise up to the occasion and actually make it through these horrible situations. And then as you see her progress throughout the various movies, excluding like Resurrection probably... Like,
What do you mean?
You really
She does
gain an
progress.
appreciation for these characters and seeing where they end up.
We just weren't ready
So-
for that evolution of her character.
No.
So
Well-
yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ripley's.
don't you mean the
believer.
resurrection of her character?
Yeah.
No.
You're right.
He's
The-
kicked off the stream. No. So I agree with actually one of the things. 'Cause now I've only seen 1 and 2. I haven't gotten to 3 and 4 yet because I've been told don't, but I will
Oh.
eventually.
Yeah, go
Um,
watch them.
I am going to because I love this franchise. So another kind of cool thing about her, considering the time she came out, is not only did they basically, yes, first movie's a horror thing, but I mean, is not only was she coming out as like a badass female character, but they didn't really masculinize her so much. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? She was always, I mean, yes, she got to do her, badass ass kicking, but she was never really just a dude with boobs or anything like that. You know what I mean? She was,
Yeah.
some of the later ones, she's a mother.
I feel
she has-
especially her relationship with Newt and Aliens
Yeah.
kind of sends that home.
And not only that, but again, another thing is that she really kind of goes from the first movie. You have a hero who isn't who both makes decisions logically and isn't afraid of making an unpopular decision. I mean, that whole quarantine thing. She's kind of the only person who was like, I don't care if he's our crew member. We can't let him on. Like, he's been compromised with who knows what on this spaceship, and no one listens to her, and Alien starts.
Hey, speaking of quarantine, am I right? This
Yeah,
is gonna
haha.
date this.
Truly, Ellen Ripley was a soothsayer.
See, that's my second pick. So,
Amazing second.
and that's why the dog xenomorph from Alien 3
Is the
are
best
the ox
antagonist.
xenomorph. Which one do you prefer, the ox or the dog?
The dog, because that's the one we got.
Well, we got the ox in some of the scenes, though, because they can't decide how big the alien is half the time. Are you aware of that, Michael?
No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Only really know about Alien 3 is like prison ship and
Yeah, you got it. That's it.
David Fincher directed it, but like the studio kept taking it. Well, studio kept taking it away from not only control away from him, but like it had been rewritten like 4 fucking times before it even got to him. It took him
4
4
times?
years.
4? You think it was only rewritten 4 times?
I was gonna say 8, and I was like, that's probably not it.
No, it was
it
like
took
over
4 years.
It was
There was-
14.
to get the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get the
Um,
script done was 4 years.
Yeah.
So, in the movie originally, in the original cut, and the xenomorph came out of an ox. However, later they decide we're gonna have it come out of a dog. So half the time the xenomorph is way bigger, and depending on which cut of the movie you watch, the xenomorph comes out of the ox or the dog.
Oh my god.
And so they can't decide which one is which.
So sometimes
that's-
it's larger than a human. In some scenes, it's smaller than like a sewer grate.
I think aside from some other things, like that's why I kind of like Resurrection a bit more than 3.
Most people, that
'Cause
seems to be most
Resurrection's-
people's thing.
Resurrection's
Is
just
three's the worst.
stupid. The three has interesting things. Like,
Yeah.
do you care about spoilers for 3 at all?
Not really. I mean, I'm gonna watch it eventually, but I've never been super spoiler-averse.
Every main character that survived in 2 dies in Aliens
I know
dies at the
that.
beginning of 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bishop and
people
Newt.
are pissed off about that.
That was an awful decision.
Hell, Ellen Ripley's actress also was pissed about
The-
that because she wasn't supposed to be the
Yeah.
main fucking character.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a bunch of the idea of being on this oppressive prison planet can be interesting. It can be cool. It
Yeah.
wasn't as cool as some of the original ideas, but the movie does succeed in making you feel really oppressed in this environment with Ripley, but it's just most of the characters are way too similar. There's nothing really interesting on that. The script's a mess. The script is awful.
Yeah.
And it just...
Honestly,
Resurrection just is stupid.
I hear Resurrect. Ooh, I'm sorry. I hear Resurrection and 3 basically. In the fandom, it's generally a toss-up as to which one you like better than the other, but they're both considered not that great.
Considering how much I like stupid movies, I prefer Resurrection way more.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Usually people who don't mind the camp like Resurrection, and people who hate, like, really don't like campy shit, probably go more towards 3.
Keep in mind, I also generally enjoy Predator 2 a lot,
That's unfortunate.
which involves street voodoo cults and Gary Busey.
Oh my god. Is Predator 2 that bad? I heard it was alright.
Predator
Predator
2
2
is fine.
It's not very good.
No,
it's
it's
it's a dumb
enjoyable.
movie.
It's I really actually like Predator 2.
It's
I think-
probably the best Predator sequel,
yes,
which
that's
means
true.
nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't like it, and I,
think
like
Predator's the
3.
best Predator sequel.
Yeah,
I think-
I also like Predators, and I don't mind the Predator, even though it's a dumb action movie.
Oh my god, the
Predators-
Predator's so bad.
The Predator,
Predators
Predator
is
is the
funny.
best
But-
Predator movie.
Yeah,
That one kill for the Predators cracked me up where he pulls the guy's
dude.
spine out.
and
Specifically
Gary,
because Keegan Michael Key is in it.
he was
Gary
very funny.
Busey
Actually.
is great.
Apparently, someone calculated how much liquor Masako must have drank in Evangelion.
Oh god.
So it is at least 1,478.25 liters of beer a year.
Just by counting, like, the cans around the house? Or
Yeah,
what is
for
this?
every scene. Though
How
she,
do you know
So
that
do-
the only thing is, how do you know if those aren't
They're
just
not
the
the
same
same can.
beers? Are they just not? Are they not like?
Oh, they're just like gas
similar?
station bought like beers.
So do you think that if she drank a different amount in Reboot, it's going to change things even more?
Maybe. But
Or
apparently,
She'll
in terms of
drink
how
so
much
much
she
she
must have
starts
spent
forming
on it,
fats.
she would have had to have spent at least $700 a month on liquor.
Well, we don't
on
know
beer
the
alone.
economy of the Evangelion universe. We
Yeah,
don't know
but
how much
it's
alcohol
basing it on the type of alcohol she drinks. Because she doesn't just... She has at least, they say, 32 beer cans on this, like, in her room, like, a scene. And then she also downs full bottles of liquor from time to time.
Okay, so what was Yellow's
So next
pick?
is Yellow. What's up, Tay? What's your second pick?
I am gonna go with, and I might be getting his rank incorrect because it's been a while since I watched the movie.
Okay.
But I know I'm getting his name right. I'm gonna go with Sergeant Nicholas Frost, from the Hot Fuzz movie. I knew I had to pick at
I
least
dig
one
it.
of the ProTags from the Edgar Wright
Cornetto
yeah.
trilogy. Yeah, absolutely.
the Cornetto trilogy, and I decided out of all three of them, honestly, Nick is probably the best version of Simon.
Oh man, I love King though. fucking King is so great.
No, King
Gary-
is great.
Gary King.
Gary fucking King.
There's
Is that the
only
from,
one.
World's End?
Gary King.
I still need to watch that third
He's like,
movie.
Too.
Go ahead,
too.
kill me. There'll always be another Gary King. But you just said there was only one Gary King. I know what I fucking said.
Fucking said. They're both so great. They are, and that's the problem. Both of those are definitely. But the problem with the problem with World's End is it's such a specific movie that you're either gonna love or hate it. It's like very divisive. I feel like people
I
either
agree.
loved it or they hated it.
Which baffles me because that's like my favorite one. I fucking love that movie.
Same. World's End is also my favorite
I
one.
still
of the
need to
three.
watch it, but Hot
Hot Fuzz is
such
incredible.
like
Absolutely
an
incredible.
amazing movie. I feel
I
like
didn't
Hot
really watch
Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz because I didn't like it, but I also didn't really know what I was getting into. Like I watched it first, and I didn't even know it was like a. I didn't know what I was getting with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Of any of the movies that I would
was a
show
teenager.
someone out of like his entire like
Film frame.
direct, all of his films, it's always Hot Fuzz. Like I showed Hot Fuzz to my brother and my cousin Ambria, and they both really dug it.
Is it the first half of Ant-Man? is that the one you show him?
Yeah, the first.
Half of Ant-Man. Well, Yellow, why did you pick him?
Out of all three of them, he is the least divisive. So I figured, although he is one of my favorites of the three, which there's only three, so obviously like that's which ones are my favorites. He has the best chance of actually appealing. Beyond that, I think he's a great character. He's just so fucking great. He's like, I don't know how to put it. He is a very anal, by the books police officer, but at the same time, he's very caring. He gets the job done, and he'll go against top brass if he has to. Because at the end of the day, what matters more to him than the rules is making sure that everything is done the right way.
Yeah, and isn't that why he's in such a shitty town? He gets relocated because he is a great cop,
Yeah.
but like,
And
Yeah.
even then, like,
He's such
his
an asshole about it.
relationship fell apart because he's so focused on his job. The only thing
Yeah.
he has to care about is a plant at first.
oh, that's
Yep.
right. I do
And you
remember
slowly watch him branch out and become best friends with God. What is his character's name? Fuck.
that. Nick Frost.
I can't remember.
What's Nick
No, no,
Frost's
no, no, no.
character's name?
No. What's
Yeah,
No,
that's the, I know
Frost
that's the actor's name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
When are
it's Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, you said Nick Frost's character at first, anyways.
Oh, my bad. I meant Simon Pegg's character.
Yeah, okay.
You said
There.
Sergeant Nicholas Frost. I'm curious
Yeah.
if that's his name or if that's just Nick Frost's name, the actor.
Let me still look up his name real quick.
I'll laugh if he is Sergeant Simon Pegg, or if he's Nick Frost and the other one is Simon Pegg.
Okay, so his name isn't Nicholas Frost in it. It's let me see. It's Nicholas something.
Angel.
Yes, it's
I
Sergeant
literally-
Angel.
if you remember.
I remember
I
because of the angle thing.
I literally have the Blu-ray right here. I just
Yeah.
watched
Sergeant
it.
Angel. Okay.
Yep,
So
it is.
not
It is
even
because they
close
spell it
to what
Angle.
you said.
What are you talking about? It's It's Nicholas Angle.
Okay.
Angel.
Angel.
Hot Fuzz, right by Hot Rod. What other hot movies can I get?
Hot Shots Part 2.
Oh, there you go.
Electric Boogaloo.
Always add the Electric Boogaloo. Never forget it.
Yeah, always. If it's a part 2, it has to be Electric Boogaloo. Side note, how many of you guys have actually seen that movie?
Oh, it sucks.
I haven't.
I've seen
Which
it.
one?
It's not a very good
Well,
movie.
Hot
Chill.
Shots or...
No. Break into Electric
Oh,
Boogaloo.
I haven't.
It's
I haven't
Oh, it's a
seen
great
Hot Shot
movie.
either.
No, it
I
isn't.
don't know what that is.
it's fucking boring.
Hot Shots is like some kind of 80s
There's-
comedy. I feel like it's like it's almost like a comedy take on Top Gun from what I've seen of it, but I haven't watched
So
it myself.
Break into Electric Boogaloo is just is a movie about this rich guy is trying to buy up this community center from teenagers, so they have to use dancing to win it back.
It's a phenomenal movie.
It's not. There is one dance scene that's often cited for being great, and it's because it's choreographed really well because they pull off some crazy shit in it, and that's it.
Remember, what's your favorite dancing movie?
I was gonna say
God, I
like
don't
the
think
Step
there
Up
is.
movies are great to just watch the dance scenes, and that's it.
Yeah, dude.
Just watch my
I
YouTube.
don't.
I like
those
the
kind of films.
I like the premise of Footloose enough to nominate it because the fact of liberating a town thanks to a dancing Kevin Bacon is
Yeah.
enough.
I mean, that's see that one I hear is good. I haven't seen that movie. But
But
Pink,
it's alright.
who's your next pick?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, mine will be Debbie from the illustrious Debbie Does Dallas now. I'm going with Agent K, not from Men in Black, but from Blade Runner 2049.
Hmm.
I'm not going to go super in depth in this story because I know it's fairly new and not a lot of people kind of really watched it. But he's a character who, at his core, is conflicted. He's a replicant. Like, so first off, whereas Blade Runner, the protagonist, was a human.
Maybe a
start.
replicant. We don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, in this one, he's a replicant, but maybe he's a human. He goes through story, and as he goes through story, the question of is he really? Because he's like a replicant built to hunt down other replicants. And as the story goes on, I mean, his big question is, am I a replicant or am I like a person who has been like brainwashed or something? Or is it something entirely different from even that? And it's a really interesting take on like identity and knowing who you are, and it does it explores that concept a lot deeper than Deckard does with Deckard in the first movie. The first movie was more about, in my opinion, about showing that androids and replicants can be human, more so than is Deckard a human. That's kind of more of almost like a post-credits thing, if I remember correctly, or something. I don't know.
No,
But-
Michael, I'm starting to think you
Yeah.
like sci-fi, neo-future, identity crisis scenarios.
Oh, 100%.
Because last time you nominated Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even gonna lie on that.
Sure.
I love
Yeah.
love really thinky sci-fi movies.
Have you played the Blade Runner PC game, by the way?
No, I have not.
You should check that out. That is on GOG. They finally restored it, so...
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's basically my thing with him. Like I said, I don't want to go too in depth into like his stuff because I wouldn't mind if you guys watched the movie. 'Cause it's
I
I do plan to
appreciate
check it
it.
out.
I need to sit down and watch Blade Runner this week, because I finally got it. I've never seen it before.
it's good. I
So-
think you'll probably like it. I would think.
I was told
I
I,
think
wouldn't care for these movies, so I just haven't gotten the chance to check them out. I was told not enough action for me to enjoy it, and I'm like, well, I
You know
guess.
what they're-
Especially 2049. It's like 2.5 to 3 hours, and there's gun shooting and stuff every now and then, but yeah, it's pretty cerebral.
You know what the original has, though? It has unicorns, so clearly you'd love
Yes.
it, Zach.
Crystal
Hell
Flash
yeah.
unit.
Now, do you know why the unicorn is probably there?
No,
Do
have
you
no
know,
clue.
Michael?
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Because
Those sci-fi drugs.
Ripley Scott's last movie was Legend, where they had tons of shots of unicorns.
I thought there was like a in-universe thing you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what I
it's
thought you were
just that
talking
they
about.
No, I
shot
didn't.
Legend, and they had tons of unicorn shots, and so they're just like,
I
fuck
actually
it.
did not know that he directed Legend.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ridley Scott.
with Tim Curry. If we ever do a movie villains list, I'm probably gonna put Tim Curry from Legend in there.
Oh, I'm sure it's something we got on the docket.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking
That'd be a
about
great pick.
antagonists will definitely be a series we're going to talk about, too. Since we're almost done with protagonists, we only got one more after this one, so... So now, my third round pick, so I'm surprised we haven't talked about him yet, but another character who just wouldn't work with a different actor. You had to have this guy. Dude, I'm presenting John Wick.
Yes.
Okay.
Fucking Wick is absolutely incredible. Literally one of the greatest like main characters in a film. Literally, these films would be awful without John Wick in them. Hitman, who is like a god tier hitman, who just wants to live his life casually and relax when he finally meets his significant other. But it all falls apart when she passes away, so he has no choice but to try and live his life with his new dog that his fallen wife sent him. However, this asshole fucking steals his car and murdered his dog and deserved everything he fucking got as he gets him and his men get absolutely slaughtered.
John Wick's cool.
Yeah, he's definitely cool. I don't know if he's like Keanu Reeves had to play. Let's be real. John Wick's an amazing series and I love it, but a lot of its strength is the strong action scenes more than John Wick is specifically
Yeah,
an antagonist.
I think John Wick represents more of a desire to lash out and get revenge. Like, he is
Like-
just a big revenge plot and desire to live this quiet life after that. Like, you can't... So...
They're amazing movies, and he was definitely on my list of honorable mentions. So, 'cause he is very cool.
No, what about fucking Bill and Ted? That's the best Keanu role.
I don't know what his best role is now I think about it. What I like him the best in.
Bill and Ted's dope.
It is.
Neo's whatever. John Wick's dope though.
Point Break.
Fucking
Johnny, whatever his name is.
Speed.
Yeah.
Alright, X-Men. Who's your round 3?
Man, I didn't think I'd get this far. Fuck.
Do you want some stuff off my honorable mentions list?
I'm looking. I'm trying to figure it out.
That can go if you need more time.
Yeah, go ahead real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Daniel Hillard. Although this isn't it isn't my favorite performance from this actor. It's definitely my top 3. I think it's just a real feel-good story about a dad who just really wants to see his kids more than he gets to, and just really loves them, and will do anything
the
for
actor
them.
and
In
movie?
the movie?
Oh yes,
Or you need to be telling the movies.
Yeah, you're
my
just...
bad. It's the actor is Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
The character is Daniel Hillard, or Mrs. Doubtfire, as I'm sure it's more well known. I think it's one of my favorite Robin Williams performances. It isn't my favorite performance by him, and a couple honorable mentions real quick are just some of Peter Panning when he was Peter Pan, and also just him in What Dreams May Come. But specifically, this nomination is Mrs. Doubtfire from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hell yeah. Well then, if you still do not have one, Pink, what's your next one?
I'm gonna go with, Zach, I feel like you might have this, so just tell me. Max Rockatansky from Mad Max series.
I do, but you can still use it. I have many more.
Okay. So, I just love this guy. You get to kind of... It's one of those other movies where you get to see, like, kind of a good guy go bad. He starts in the first movies as a pretty
Boring.
good...
Fucking.
A little, yeah. Cop who with his own, like, has a family and all that. And then you just get to see everything get slowly taken from him in the middle of and a kind of a slow apocalypse, too. The first movie's post-apocalyptic, but it doesn't feel very post-apocalyptic. And then as
No,
you go
it feels
further in
like
the series, it gets worse.
It feels like it was shot at just like a local
Is Mad
mountain
Max
right there.
1 like the most forgotten first movie?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I actually
it's-
really like Mad Max 1.
See, I hated it. I'll be real. I did not
Because-
like it at all.
Because Mad
Toe
Max
Cutter
wasn't
is a
shown a
villain,
lot in
man.
America, it's a lot harder here. Because remember, the second movie is not called Mad Max, it was just called The Road Warrior.
And it's spectacular.
But oh, it is. But I actually prefer the villain from 1. Toe Cutter's
So,
amazing.
which Mad Max are you specifically nominating?
Well,
though?
I was
He
nominating
doesn't.
Mad
He
Max
doesn't
as a
have.
character.
Yeah, he doesn't
from
have
the
to.
whole
do
Okay.
that. You don't need to specify
Um,
which version of the character. It's just main
Yeah.
character.
He's probably at his strongest in 2 or 4 as a character. I was trying to remember where I was going with him.
You're not going to nominate Beyond Thunderdome, not even going to talk about it.
I actually haven't seen it. That's the only one out of
Ah.
the series, so it's hard for me to.
You haven't seen.
It's-
So you have seen Fury Road though.
I've seen Fury Road, Road Warrior, and the first one. I just haven't gotten around to 3 yet.
Well, I'll say
Beyond Thunderdome is something.
one is.
mean-
I thought 1 was boring, 2 is amazing, 3 is stupid and terrible, 4 is incredible and just blew
Oh,
me
yeah.
away with how fantastic it is.
Oh yeah. He's super. I think one thing is he's definitely one of the more resourceful protagonists I see
Oh,
in action movies.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely. I mean, he does more than just like action. That's why he's so resourceful.
Just
Yeah,
wait till you
he's
watch him
definitely-
see. Oh, I was saying, just wait till you watch him fight Master Blaster.
Yeah,
Is that
very
from
resourceful.
Thunderdome.
He has so many strategies and
He has
stratagems.
tiny.
high tier strategy.
Doesn't he have Chinese like orphans help him in that movie?
It's a bad movie. Like it's a simple fact. That's a bad movie.
Are
Hey,
you calling
Master
Tina Turner bad?
Master
Yes.
Blaster
Yes,
is
she
one
is
of
a
the
bad actress.
best things. Master Blaster is so great that they brought them back as an MKX character.
And they suck. They're like one of the
No,
worst
they're
new
great.
characters.
Wait,
They're
is this
almost
for
as
real?
bad
Is-
as the
is it-
combat kids.
So,
It's Ferritor.
Ferritor in Mortal Kombat X is literally Master Blaster.
Yeah.
If you're not aware
okay,
of
I
who
thought he was a
Master
DLC
Blaster,
character.
okay, so
No,
Master
no.
Blaster is in Beyond Thunderdome is just a very tiny man named Master and his big beast man Blaster, and they are Master and Blaster.
Yep.
And Ferritor in MKX is that, but a fighting game character.
Yeah.
Okay, I just assumed because I know they like to pull things like. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled Mad Max out as a.
Oh
comic
no,
character
absolutely. They
specifically.
totally would do that. Hell,
if
RoboCop's
they-
about to be the next DLC character.
I know.
coming out in
That's
like
why
a
I
week.
was thinking that. Was
Dude.
Ash gonna be one?
There's rumors, but we
There's
still have to wait and see.
Okay.
Did you see how many dick shots you can do with RoboCop?
I saw one of them, and one of them blows him up. It looks great. I'm very excited.
Anyway, that's
so-
Mad Max. I just like him. He's
Yeah,
cool,
absolutely.
resourceful,
Absolutely.
more of a downfall protagonist.
So I do actually have my pick. It was really fucking tough though,
Okay.
because both of these are Toshiro Mifune roles. If you are familiar with who that is.
Nope.
No.
So he's a very famous actor that played in a lot of samurai movies, and among other things, like he's in Seven Samurai. The 2 movies that I wanted to highlight though was Yojimbo and Throne of Blood, and ultimately, in terms of an interesting protagonist, I have to pick Throne of Blood, and it's kind of cheating because he's just Macbeth.
Fair enough.
Hold on, I
What's
say
his
it's disqualified for cheating.
What's his name?
Fuck, what is his name in that movie? So, Toshiro Mifune and Throne of Blood. Okay. You know, the Blu-ray doesn't actually say name of the character. We'll just call him Japanese Macbeth. Oh, wait. No, cast.
Do you not have?
Okay,
internet?
no, his name is Taka. No, I'm looking at the Criterion manual here.
Oh.
His name's Taketoki Washizu,
Okay.
but we'll just call him Macbeth from Japan.
What?
Japeth.
Hey, I didn't say the racist one.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
that's
So
my copy.
anyway, oh my god. Okay, so basically the reason why I didn't pick him in Yojimbo is while he's an interesting character. Actually, that may be my fourth pick, but
So he won't explain it. Sorry, yeah, okay.
okay. So, anyways, in Throne of Blood, this man he's coming back from war with a good companion, and he receives a prophecy from some old, like, spider lady witch, who tells him, oh yeah, you're gonna be the emperor, and he's like, oh shit.
Thanks,
so
Spider Lady.
Yeah. So he goes, and through eventual, like, madness of this prophecy, ends up murdering the current, like, emperor after he already gains rank to become the new emperor, and eventually in his madness kills his friend and falls to become a tyrant that everyone turns against and murders. And I think that kind of, like, Macbethian protagonist, the Machiavellian sort of, is just really interesting to me. So, Taketoki Washizu is my third pick.
Okay. Alright. Well then, I guess I'll flip it. It's my turn again. So, I'm gonna go with someone who I was 100% certain no one would bring up, but is an incredible main character. So I'm going with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Nice.
And honestly, like, in terms of Jim Carrey roles, I think Ace Ventura is one of the best. That's literally where Jim Carrey became the that's the Jim Carrey character that he is in a bunch of different films. And when
You're not gonna nominate the Riddler?
Riddler, he wanted to play the Joker, so he just did, but was named the Riddler. But yeah, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, just this crazy man who wants to save animals, no matter what the cost, is an absolutely spectacular, just ridiculous, dorky character that is impossible not to instantly fall in love with. So, Axeman, who's your fourth pick?
Man, I want to take back my third pick, because now I do want to pick Yojimbo.
I mean, you can pick both. They're two different characters.
That's true. I just think that I wanted variety, and I think in the end...
They're just the same
Doesn't
person.
even matter.
God damn it.
Let me look at my fucking Criterion cast list here to find... Yeah, so... Kuwabatake Sanjuro from Yojimbo. So we'll just call him Sanjuro for the sake of it. So the idea of the Traveling Ronin's always been a really fun one for me. And kind of the idea of this man just wandering into a town with a ton of problems, and through his own kind of obtuse yet reluctant way, he ends up rising to the occasion to sort of help save this town anyways. And in the end, he just wanders off. He just is doing his part as a person. And this kind of character, like, Yojimbo is the inspiration for Fistful of Dollars, and that one Pokemon episode with the ketchup and the Electabuzz.
Yes. Which is hilarious, but yeah.
So
I
because
still need to see those three westerns though. I haven't seen any of them. I need
I've
to watch them.
seen the big one. Good, bad, and the
they
ugly.
are good. They are fantastic.
I know, but I haven't seen them.
But I think
They're also really long.
you've also seen Yojimbo, which surprises me.
I have, and it was really good.
Yeah. So Fistful of Dollars is that, but with Clint Eastwood, which is also very good
Yeah, 'cause
and
Clint
very
Eastwood's
close to
incredible.
being my pick.
The Man with No
But
Name. I mean, if you want a
I've-
badass, like, it's kind of hard to beat that.
I don't know, when you're a wandering samurai, that's pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And especially the way that he doesn't come off initially as a great guy. Like, he starts the movie going back and forth being like, hey, because Yojimbo means bodyguard, so he goes off around being like, hey, I'll be your bodyguard if you pay me this much. And he basically just plays both these games in this town until they rip each other apart from the inside out, and he just picks off the stragglers, which is fantastic. So I kind of like that kind of... You have this really tough-looking hero, yet he uses all these, like, mental tricks and toys for everybody in such a fun way, and I think that's a great way to have that sort of cool protagonist.
Yeah. All right, Yellow. Who's your fourth pick?
Ooh. I don't know. I'm probably gonna go with Eggsy from the Kingsman series.
Ah,
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I really like him. I think it's a really good. I know it's like a common like trope, like oh, the street kid comes up and becomes a stronger guy, part of the government. But I think it's good. I think it was a good movie. I like his backstory. I like who he is as a character. He's a lot of fun, and I like that he never stops being. Even once he becomes like a Kingsman, he never stops being himself. You know.
Is the
He's
sequel
always-
worth watching?
It's a fun sequel, but it's
yeah.
not as
yeah,
good
I've
as
heard
the
it's
original.
generally good.
It's
I haven't seen either,
it is
but
what
it's been
makes
on
it
my list.
so good is that because of that movie, Eggsy gets to become fucking what is his name, the Rocket Man.
Rocket,
Are you
like the
talking
old
about
movie,
The
fact
Rocket
that
Man?
Taron,
Scene is really
Taron
terrible.
Egerton became played
like the Disney movie Rocket Man, where it's
Elton
like
John.
Elton John, yeah.
Elton John.
oh,
Well, he's saying it's the
Big-
actor that played Eggsy
Hey,
is
Egg-
the actor who's playing.
but
Eggsy.
in that way, does that make him an interesting protagonist, though?
No, 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 no.
question.
I'm just saying why you should watch the second movie. That's not.
He
Okay.
he was rewarded with anal sex at the end of the first film, so you know that's more than most heroes can say they've earned. And it was from
You
an
know what?
actual
He's not
princess.
Yep, that does happen. No, but Elton, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure what had been said is that the reason the main character, what was his name, Michael?
Taron Egerton, I think. is the guy?
Yeah, one of the reasons Taron Egerton ends up playing Elton John later on in his career is because Elton John and Taron Egerton met each other in the sequel to The Kingsman.
Yeah,
Oh.
they both were in that film, and apparently they really hit it off.
Yeah.
I still need to see. God, I still need to see Rocket Man too.
Yeah, it's-
Go watch the original Rocketeer.
Rocketeer, very different.
Flight of the
movie.
Navigator.
That is a comic book movie based on a man who finds a flight suit and uses a jetpack to fight Nazis.
And you know what? That's a great movie.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay. I haven't
yeah,
seen
it
one.
is.
Zach
Well-
sounds pretty unconvinced.
So, Pink, who is your fourth pick?
I think I'm gonna pick Jackie Brown from the movie Jackie Brown by Quentin Tarantino.
Mm.
Nice.
I feel like she's probably my favorite out of all the Quentin Tarantino protagonists. She is an airline attendant who gets she basically gets caught up in a big kind of drug deal type scenario. Gets rich, gets hit by the DEA, and has to figure out how to navigate her situation in a way that she both survives. She both survives the drug trade because the DEA wants her to narc on them and not go to jail for not narking on them. She is super capable protagonist, lots of attitude, funny, resourceful. She's kind of got it all.
Hell yeah.
You still need to see that movie. That's like the one
it's
Quentin
great.
Tarantino movie I haven't seen.
Oh, dude, it's actually one of I've seen everything except I think
I haven't seen
Hateful
his
Eight.
new one. Also, that's those ones I haven't seen.
That one, that one's divisive to a lot of people. I like it, but if you're going in expecting it to be like one of the more violent Quentin Tarantino fests, you're probably not going to be.
I
you
tend
might
to
be a little
not
disappointed.
really
It's-
care about the violence in his movies. I think it's
Honestly,
his direction and stuff. Like
That-
I like
yeah.
Kill Bill,
yeah.
but I generally like his characters more than the violence in all of his
See,
movies.
And then I think you'll like this because honestly, specifically, I just love watching Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio fucking act at each other in this movie. Their characters are really fun.
Okay, yeah, like still, I think my favorite is still Reservoir Dogs.
Same.
Love it. Then it's Hateful Eight, really close because Hateful Eight's
See, that's one I haven't seen
amazing.
yet.
So Hateful Eight's long. It's a very long movie, but I really
That
dig
too has
it.
been a really divisive one. It feels like his last two have recently been like.
I
people
think
are, like,
Hateful
very
Eight
love or hate it with
is
them.
one of his best movies. I think people don't really care for it as much, maybe because it's another Western after he just made a Western. And
fair.
this Western isn't as like ridiculous or actiony than Django, but because
Such a
the
good
entire
movie.
thing it just takes place like in a single location where Django's like this big Western adventure.
Mhm.
So
Well, and and with I will say also with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's kind of I will say it's kind of an aimless movie that feels like it doesn't have too much of a direction for most of it. So if you're one of those people who needs the plot to really move you along, I feel like you'll struggle with it too. But if you just
Dude,
kind
I-
of like watching characters be characters,
I
it's,
sat down and watched Lighthouse recently. That
Oh, I love that.
I can make it.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
So my final pick will be. I was torn between this and one other character. I also went with this one because I thought.
Zach, I know which
with
one you're gonna pick, and it's the Godzilla protagonist Matthew Broderick.
No, it is absolutely going to be
Pick Godzilla.
Ted Stryker. No, you couldn't pick Godzilla because he's not the
Isn't he a
protagonist. in any of his
protagonist in
movies.
some of his movies?
He's a protagonist in some of his movies.
Is it like one of them?
He's a protagonist in a couple of them.
Fair enough. But so yeah, so he's so I'm picking Ted Stryker. He is the main character of Airplane.
Oh, okay.
So he overcomes his PTSD, which causes him to have an extreme drinking problem. Which he will constantly try and take a drink of liquor and throw it in his face, throw it in his own face, which is still one of the greatest bits ever. Absolutely incredible. But he does have a lot of issues as a person. But he's the greatest pilot out there. He just can't get into the pilot seat because of his PTSD. However, when the going gets tough, he's able to just go in there, learn how to fly a plane that's completely alien to any military pilot, because no planes are not exactly the same, and I'll say a commercial flight is very different than a military plane. But he instantly figures out how to fly it, flies it back, uses the autopilot for the rest of it, and is able to make it at the very last second, saving everyone on this crashing plane. So I picked Ted Stryker.
Okay.
The hero we need, but not the one we deserve. Alright, Axeman, is your final pick.
Fuck. I had one and I just... Hmm. I'm sorry. I'm thinking... Because I want to really nominate the old boy himself, Old Boy, from Old Boy.
Yeah, that's a pretty great one.
His name is not Old Boy, it is...
No, it isn't.
Odesu.
Oh, Daisu.
Yeah, yeah. So, Odesu... Again, it's a very revenge-driven story. Some people haven't seen this movie, they should.
Yeah, I
Yes.
still need to watch it.
Oh my god, you have to see
I
this
won't
movie.
say much, but basically this man has been locked up
Oh, I know the main
for
movie.
several years. Well, I gotta explain for the two
Sorry, I
viewers.
forgot. I thought you were talking to me for some reason.
No, I'm talking to the world right now.
He needs them to know.
The world.
Zawa.
And your world.
So he's locked up for so many years, and he doesn't know why. He's just locked into a room, and then one day he's let out. And his whole thing is to find out why and get revenge for it. And just this character, the way he's driven to this, and where revenge takes him, just makes him a very interesting protagonist. And that's why I pick
Oh, Daisu.
Old Boy. And for my honorable mention...
Well, you can't say honorable mention yet, because we might get said.
Oh, okay. That's true.
So, Yellow, who is your final pick?
God, this is so difficult. Let Michael go, because if he ends up picking one of the two, then I'm gonna say then I can pick the other one.
Okay.
I promise you I'm not picking either of the ones you got.
You don't know that.
My pick is...
Say, Sean, all your picks have been very out there.
So my pick is Annie Graham from Hereditary.
Damn it!
Was that... See?
No,
Wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
You should. So she's an interesting one. She's not necessarily someone who's expressively likable as a protagonist. But what she is she's an interesting look at a protagonist going through grief. That movie is a family drama, but with like horror elements thrown into it.
So you'd recommend watching it with the whole family.
Yes.
And bring your
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, definitely.
Get them
heads.
plenty of chocolate and peanut butter.
You know where this is going. But, no, it's just interesting. She is definitely one of those protagonists who the strength of her as a protagonist falls entirely on the actress playing her, Toni Collette.
Yes.
She just sells like grief, like unimaginable, like soul rendering crying and shit. And as a character, she makes a lot of choices and that you wouldn't expect someone who, like a protagonist who's more in their right mind and not dealing with stuff like that to make. I think it's just like an interesting look at a protagonist that's not your normal like positive hero of the story type person.
Even though I don't like Hereditary, I think that is a good pick. Without them, that movie would have been awful.
Oh yeah, that movie lives and dies by the actors and their performance.
Yeah, it is just like her acting holds that movie together.
It really does.
That sounds really bad. I'm sorry.
It's a great movie, but it is true.
So,
She's definitely like the glue.
And once that glue stops being there, I stopped caring about the movie.
so Tay, who is your actual final pick?
God, man.
Just yell both of them, and we'll tell you which one's your final pick.
Okay, so I was either going to go with Matthew McConaughey's character from Interstellar, or Freddie fucking Mercury from Bohemian Rhapsody.
You gotta go Freddie Mercury.
You know what? You're right.
Although I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess do we consider biopic characters?
Well, I
like-
mean, it's a movie on its own,
a
and
movie,
as
yeah.
a biopic, it isn't completely accurate, so...
It is its
It's
own
not
story.
quite a
as long-
biopic. It's not quite a musical.
Yeah, if you've seen
but
the
it's somewhere in
movie,
between.
it's actually not a biopic at all.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have seen it. It's more. Yeah, it is more of like.
It is just its own story.
Based on real events, like the Blair Witch. You know, I just want Freddie Mercury in the Blair Witch.
It's about 70% accurate. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury from Bohemian Rhapsody. Some of my honorable mentions were Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman. Obviously, then Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. Gatsby from Great Gatsby. He was a lot of fun. Baby from Baby Driver was another one of my honorable mentions.
I was thinking
And
about
the whole crew from Straight Outta Compton.
Okay, so I guess my honorable mentions were gonna be the hobo from Hobo with a Shotgun. I actually am at the point where I want to replace the third Toshio Mifune with Hobo with the Shotgun. Can I do that? Can I replace Macbeth with Hobo with a Shotgun?
I guess so.
Okay, so we're here. We're talking about Hobo with the Shotgun. Now, for those of you that don't know about the Hobo with the Shotgun, he is a hobo with a shotgun.
He sure is.
He's a hobo. He walks into a downtrodden, apocalyptic town ruled by evil, bad people.
Yeah, they're not really named. They're just like bad.
Sup? And he grabs a shotgun and he starts cleaning up the
A real raid.
murderers. Just because he wants the world to, all the children of the world to grow up in a place where people aren't
Bad people.
sitting around. Yeah. He does it all with his
It does. Family-friendly message. I don't know why this entered my head when you were talking about him, but I just had this idea of that meme of
I should
like...
pick the main character from Taxi Driver.
fucking
Oh,
Rest-
that's actually
rest,
one of my honorable mentions.
rest
Yeah,
in
just
peace, Rutger Hauer. Hobo the Shotgun is fantastic.
Oh, that was Rutger Hauer?
Yeah, Rutger Hauer is the hobo with the
Oh,
shotgun.
shit.
So who are
Rest
your
in
honorable
peace.
mentions, Michael?
Oh boy, okay. So I have the driver from Drive, Veronica Sawyer from Heathers, Neil Howie,
Oh, that's such a good one.
Neil Howie, the police officer out of the Wicker Man, the first Wicker Man.
What? You're not gonna nominate Nicolas Cage?
No, I'm good. Henry Spencer from Eraserhead, Bilbo Baggins, Loader, Father Damien Karras from The Exorcist, someone said I'm Ray Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver, Marty McFly from Back to the Future, The Bride from Kill Bill, Sarah Connor from Terminator, Joker from the new Joker movie, because I think he's I think he's the most interesting take
see that-
on one of the most interesting takes on mental illness in a main character protagonist I've seen.
That's also a great pick because then you can or that would have been a really great pick also because you could actually just use his actual name in it because it's not from any of the comics.
Yeah, and then Dominic Cott from Inception.
Have you seen King of Comedy, Michael?
King of Comedy? I don't think so.
Yeah, you should go watch that.
What is it about? Who is it?
That's how I'll try and sell you on it.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. That's enough. I like both those movies, so.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's enough, Exton.
Okay, so my actual my lineup of honorable mentions is Japanese Macbeth,
Yeah.
from Throne of Blood. We're gonna go with what were my other? I already forgot.
Was RoboCop one of them? Did we do RoboCop?
RoboCop was not, but you know he deserves it, I guess.
Yeah, RoboCop.
I still haven't seen it. In fact, I was going to pull the movie out and watch it.
How have you not seen that
before this? I was going to watch it before this
So
stream,
watch
and then
it,
I was like, oh,
give
we're
it a
doing that
week,
3.
and then watch our RoboCop remake.
Yeah, watch both
No.
of those movies. You will,
No.
you will
Actually,
absolutely
watch
adore them.
RoboCop. No, it's called our
I'll watch
RoboCop
RoboCop.
remake. It's not the RoboCop remake.
Yeah, there's a movie.
I thought you were talking about the actual.
No,
2015
don't watch that.
I mean, you can
2018.
watch it. It's not great, but it
Is
tries.
the Our RoboCop remake the one you showed me where he's like shooting everyone in the dick in that one? Scene?
Yes.
Okay.
That's scene 27 from our RoboCop remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Incredible.
Is it a RoboCop or our?
Our
Okay.
RoboCop. All right. So the next.
I didn't get.
Oh,
I didn't get to say it. My
what's the last
actual.
one?
So no, my honorable mentions were going to be Black Dynamite from Black Dynamite.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Black Dynamite.
Leon the Professional from
Oh,
Leon
damn,
the
that's so
I need to
Professional.
see that.
That's so fun. And
Swan from Warriors.
yeah.
And what's his name
What's the movie?
from Gladiator?
Russell Crowe's character.
Russell Crowe. Yeah, Russell Crowe from Russell Crowe.
Nice.
Russell
Oh,
Leos
and-
Crowless.
Also, I don't remember the character's name, but I was thinking about them. The main kid from Weathering with You. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't tell you either.
But I think he's a very interesting protagonist that makes some interesting choices.
Ooh, one last final honorable mention for me too, as well.
Yeah.
He almost made it to the list, and it was going to be Miguel from Coco.
Oh damn, that's a really good.
I
one,
haven't
too.
seen
See,
Coco.
I was oh no, Coco's amazing, and I agree. I was actually
You know what?
keeping
Since
animated movies off the list because I figured we'd do an animated protagonist.
you know, what? I'm going to go ahead and swap out one of mine for Miguel. I'm going to swap out Sing, since two of you guys haven't seen the fucking movie.
You coward! Most of my movies haven't been seen.
How can you get rid of Illumination Scene?
Shut up.
All right.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah, no, I did it. You got it, boss. All right, so now we go through all the characters and we give them each.
I had one.
Oh, you have one.
I had one more. I'm sorry.
Okay. Who is it?
I was gonna say as an anti-protagonist, Dante from Clerks. I think he's a terrible protagonist, but that's why I thought about it for a second.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have picked
Because
him
he
up.
is the opposite of a protagonist.
Yeah, he just kind of complains and reacts to things that happen to him.
Yeah.
So now we go through the list of the, in this case, 20 characters presented. We give them each a score, from 1 to 10. We combine those scores, and then the top 10 is the definitive top 10 list. So first off, we have Indiana Jones.
9.
Also 9, yeah. We've had some pretty intense ones.
Yeah.
Man, a JoJo character won't be number 1 this time either.
Well, shoot.
Oh, well, wait a second.
Why didn't anyone nominate Josuke from the live-action JoJo?
Oh,
Wait a
God.
second here. If we can nominate Josuke from the live-action Part 4 Takeshi Miike film, come on, we could just.
I would
nominate all
rate
the
him a
Takeshi
0
Miike.
because he's fucking
Come on.
terrible. That's an awful movie.
What about?
That's great, but as long as the rest of us give him a 10, he still might make the list.
Have you seen the movie?
Part of
No.
Have you seen the
How
sheer
bad
heart
it is.
attack?
it. No.
Oh god,
Well, anyway,
I want to now.
Rocky Balboa.
7.
Dude, 9,
8.
bro.
I'll go ahead and give that a 8 as well. No, 7.
John Wick.
Also 7.
8.
Same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
That's me.
Ooh, you gave him a 4?
Yeah. Ace Ventura.
I
Pet
don't
Detective.
think he's in it. Okay.
Bro, 7. 7 is what I'm gonna say.
6.
I'm gonna also give him a 4.
Oh, I didn't know you just hate people. That's cool.
Michael.
Yeah. Oh, I said a 7.
Oh.
We're talking about John Wick still, right?
So,
No, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh,
So
Ace
wait,
Ventura.
where-
Ooh, I'm gonna give him a 5. And I haven't
So-
watched it.
I have also watched it, to clarify. I've also seen all the John Wick movies.
Yeah,
I've not actually seen the first Ace Ventura movie. I've only seen the second one.
Both are great.
So this is any movie protagonist, right?
Yeah.
So if I went out in my backyard and shot a movie with my phone right now and sent it to y'all, I could be the #1 movie protagonist.
Yeah, you could have. But
You
it's too
could
late
have,
now.
but it's too late now. So Ted Stryker from Airplane.
Gonna give him a
6.
I'm gonna give him a 4.
I'm gonna give him a 5 because I've never seen the movie.
You should see that. That's a very funny movie.
I don't
Ashley
know if
Williams
Tyshawn would
from
like it.
Ashley Williams from Evil Dead.
10.
7.
9.
I'll also say 7. Ellen Ripley from Alien.
10.
8.
9.
7.
Hobo with a shotgun from Hobo with a Shotgun.
5 because I haven't seen that.
5 because I also haven't seen it.
3.
Fuck. Fuck!
Because he's poor.
You have
because I
seen
have.
it, Zach!
I know, and that's why it's 3.
It would actually
But
be higher if I
he-
hadn't.
What is the definition of a protagonist, Zach?
They're the main character. The story focuses on them.
That is not the definition of
Or it's
protagonist.
from their perspective, is what I meant. Are you looking up what a protagonist... He's probably a
am.
protagonist. That doesn't make him a good one.
An advocate or champion of a particular cause or idea.
You're right. I don't give a fuck about his.
I'll give him a 7.
Alright, cool. Sanjuro from Yojimbo.
5.
I'm gonna say 9. He's actually pretty great.
I just
9.
haven't seen it. So
Yeah.
Well, you can go just off of our pitch and say how interested you were from our pitch alone.
I wasn't.
There's a reason we give our
Damn,
pitches.
I wasn't. So what about you, Tay?
4 because I was supposed to go off the pitch.
Damn, so mean. Odaisu from Oldboy. 10. Fucking 10, bro.
I'll give him a 6.
5. I haven't seen the movie.
A 7.
I mean, I'm sure it's a good movie. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, you gotta
Miguel
watch the Spike
from,
Lee one.
Miguel from Coco.
8.
10.
I'll say 8.
I'll say 2.
Wow,
Damn.
you racist.
No, Book of Life is the shit.
What? They're not
Gross.
even the same thing.
They're just both about the Day of the Dead. They have no other
How
single...
racist are you? Because
Book
these
of Life
two movies vaguely
It's a
have to do with the same.
definitive. No, Book of Life comes from a place of passion. Pixar is trying to cash in.
That's horseshit. Like, Coco is one of the most, fucking hard-worked made movies.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking around. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So, Sergeant Angel from Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
6.
7.
6.
Gary fucking King.
Dude, I love Gary.
That's not who you nominated.
I know, I'm just saying his name.
That would have been a 10 for me. Danielle Hillard or Mrs. Doubtfire from Mrs. Doubtfire.
10.
3.
6. What did you say, Michael?
7.
Eggsy from Kingsman. Let's say 8. He's great.
6. I haven't seen it, but I feel like I like him from the pitches.
Fuck you.
Hey, he's a good-looking British dude, and he literally gets some hot anal sex at the end of his movie.
I
so
want
I'm
to
into it.
retroactively go and make mine a 2 for whatever the pitch from X's was now.
You didn't even mention how much of a coward he was for not shooting a dog, and the government didn't want him.
So
he didn't shoot
what,
a dog.
What are you scoring it, Axeman?
4.
Oh, you mean Freddie Mercury from Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh, 10. It's Freddie
7.
fucking Mercury.
I'll say 7.
6.
He also has anal sex, just elsewhere.
Yes.
You can't
Is
prove
it?
that.
Is anal, like, sex the theme of this episode?
Apparently, well, we keep nominating characters who have had plenty of anal sex.
What about our top 10 anal...
Anal sex scenes? I'm so down. Let's do it.
I
No,
have
just
a lot.
top 10 anal sex, not even from...
It's a top 10 anal sex.
I could run this. I could
Yeah.
run this list.
No, number 2, aluminum anal sex.
Damn, that sounds painful.
We're bringing it back. This is all the way back from the start.
Do you like cut a
It's
can
called the
open?
callback. Come on, guys.
This is Chekhov's gun.
Carrie White from Carrie.
Ooh,
8.
7.
6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Blast
Agent K,
it.
specifically from Blade Runner. Not.
Yeah, he's gonna get buried.
I'm
6.
gonna give that a 7.
Oh,
2.
only Agent K.
Based on the pitch,
Did you say 2, Tay?
I said
Oh.
7.
I heard you say
Because
7.
I'm not a spiteful little fucker.
Max.
What are you talking about? Every single one of mine that you've done has been like less than a 4.
I like that he spiked my pick.
Yeah, it's unrelated. Max.
Oh, was that your pick? My bad. That's actually a 6 then.
I think.
I gave it a
Zach
7.
is just going
Yeah.
down everyone's list at once, so
Yeah.
everyone from here on out's mine.
Yeah, Max Rockatansky from the Mad Max series.
Give him their 8.
Give him a
8.
7.
Tay.
I'll give him a 5 because I haven't actually seen any of the Mad Max movies.
Max
Oh.
Mad.
Definitely watch Fury Road at least.
Yeah, at least
I
Fury
have
Road.
it. I just haven't watched it.
Jackie Brown.
Mel, as you know, Mel Gibson's
Check
aged very well.
No, 8.
I haven't seen it. I'll
Um,
say 5.
I'll give him a 6.
Once again, 5. Because actually, I'll give him a 6.
Annie Graham from what was Annie Graham from?
Hereditary.
From Hereditary.
Give her
I'm gonna say like fucking.
8.
I'm gonna say
Even all my
4.
8.
I'm gonna also say a 4.
I want to change all of mine for accents down to a 1 now,
Actually, no, I'll do 7.
Okay. Tay, what is it? What do you got for Annie Graham?
though. 5.
All right.
I haven't seen a lot of Michael's picks, unfortunately.
I've
Yeah, I have a feeling
seen.
most of my picks
I've
are
seen
gonna get,
2 of them. I've seen 2 of them, and I plan to watch the other one. But yes, as Ashley said, the only Agent K I know is from Men in Black. That's why you specify.
I know, I had to say that. I'd be like, not from Men in
No,
Black.
that's the only Agent K. That's not the only one I know. That's the only Agent K.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley's just straight
It's
wrong,
Tommy
and I
Lee
can
Well,
fight her with that.
Michael said you're just straight wrong, and
Okay,
he'll fight you
wh-
for it.
What are Ashley's
No.
5 protagonists
Tell me
if she's
again.
gonna bring herself to this
Yeah,
conversation?
Ashley, what's your 5 protagonists while I decide what the top 10 is?
No, I have
Uh,
an 8.
It's gonna be,
One of them's Spider-Man.
it's gonna be, it's gonna be
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man.
Which
and then, like, Bella
Spider-Man?
Swan- And then like 4 Bella
It would
Swans
definitely be
ripoffs.
the most recent Tom Holland Spider-Man.
No.
Damn it. I actually have 2 more honorable mentions. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm still making the top 10 list, so you got time to fill.
Well, how can we forget Tommy Wiseau from The Room?
It's not his character's name, but that's the actor's name.
That's not
I mean,
his character's name, so
basically
clearly
it's-
you forgot it.
Must not be a very memorable character, so how could we forget him when you don't even remember him?
Of course I remember Johnny.
Oh, that's right. His name is Johnny. I forgot.
Yeah. And
Did
my
you just
second
look it
one...
up?
I was gonna say, he just looked that up.
He's like, yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
My second one, I don't even need to look up the name. is Neil Breen from every Neil Breen film.
Yeah, he actually is just himself in his movies, and they're all terrible.
What are some
No,
of his
he
movies?
he has a name in them, but we all know his real name is Neil Breen. And he is here to shut down all the corrupt government and all the evil banks by committing mass terrorism in most cases.
And everyone cheers for it as well, which is absolutely spectacular.
As a protagonist that champions a particular idea, I mean, he does it.
He does do that. He
Nah,
does, in
dude,
fact, fulfill his goal.
The best protagonist is obviously Sandra Bullock's character in Bird Box.
Gross. I actually saw that when it came out because my brother
did
was
too.
watching it. Wow, that is a dumb movie.
There was some character development though. She stopped calling them boy and girl. She gave them really bad names.
She named him
I think-
after their parents.
Bird Box.
Yeah. You know, I think
Bird
boy and
Box is
girl are
just
actually better names.
Boy.
Bird.
Boy.
I mean, we know that boy is better.
Would
girl or
Bird Box be better if it starred Kratos?
Yes.
Dude, 100%.
Absolutely. If he's like
Boy.
blindfolded and he just starts swinging his
Probably
axe
he-
away.
He'd probably already have immunity to them for being like, because he's a god.
Yeah.
Just punch me. He's like, boy, don't look.
Don't look, boy.
Girl.
Dude,
Girl,
could you
look.
imagine? No, could
Girl,
you
look,
imagine-
die, girl.
Could you imagine if everyone had to kill themselves God of War style? Just all kinds of like horribly like graphic.
Is that why he
they
stabs himself
literally
with the?
rip their own heads off? And
Is that why he stabs himself with the blade of Olympus? Because he saw the Bird Box monster?
Yeah, he did. Alright, so we
Have you seen the Bird Box monster?
No, I actually
No.
haven't seen it.
Oh my
Isn't it
god!
really
look
stupid
it up.
looking?
No,
Actually-
look, I want your live reaction. Look it up right now, please.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
originally going to put this in the film. No, actually, let me post in the chat. Give me a second.
Okay.
They were going to
'cause I
put
don't
this in
think
the
I looked
film,
it up.
but they, Sandra Bullock kept laughing. She could not stop laughing at the monster. That they decided, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't put this in the movie. Like whenever they showed up on set, they just kept laughing at it. Okay, here. Give me a sec. Marshall, this is the monster
reminds
that
me, I
when
need
you
it- I
see
need
it, it makes you go crazy and kill yourself.
Honestly, it reminds me I need to finish A Quiet Place. I got literally. Oh my god. That's the monster. That makes
That's
people
the monster.
fucking Kill themselves.
Yes, that is the
No, 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 no,
Ah.
no, 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 do not, that is not, okay, so, just to clarify, that isn't technically the monster, besides just the fact that they scrapped that design. Also, they do clarify
Or is
that
this like a
the
post makeup or halfway
No,
through
no, no.
makeup thing.
No, the monster looks different based on each person that looks at it. It's like a
Wow.
representation of their fears. So the reason it looks like a baby is because of her own personal issues, like with her like not wanting
And
kids
I like,
or whatever.
but I like that.
That's why it looks
I like
that.
she couldn't help but laugh at it because it's so stupid.
I like the idea that this thing would scare someone so bad they kill themselves, even if they were scared of babies.
Yeah. So the monster doesn't look like that. It just would have looked like that for her and for us since we saw the world through her eyes.
You know,
Okay,
we're
so
doing it right now. Top 10 monster designs.
nah,
Let's go.
We'll do that eventually because we actually talked about doing top 10
No.
monsters, and the winner is
Can we just do
Predator,
top 10
and we'll talk
movies
about
at some point?
it. Yeah, of course.
Like just straight up movies.
Number
Oh, shit,
number one, top 10 monsters right
Predator.
now.
It's Predator.
We got the
Number one's
Langoliers from the Langoliers.
yeah. Oh, never mind. I'm correct. I stand corrected.
So,
Here, I provide an image for all of you in case you don't know what the Langoliers look like.
I have no
I am
clue.
familiar.
What is this?
They're
It's,
from the Langoliers.
Is it like a
Stephen
mouth
King's-
with glass for teeth?
No,
See,
it's you know when you like throw aluminum foil into a grill, like ball it up and throw it into a grill.
Now,
Yo, you're right. There it is.
now you see, these are the creatures that eat the time that has passed in the past.
Wow, this
Like
is
What
they
sucks
eat
is I
up-
hear a lot of people like say that the Langoliers, like in the book as monsters, are amazing, but they just don't translate in the like movies. Apparently,
yeah.
This is
very
what they look like.
All right. So our definitive top 10 list. So we have a 4-way tie for 9th. So 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Is Eggsy, Miguel, Max, and Odaisu. Then we have a 3-way tie for 6th place, being Carrie White, John Wick, and Sergeant Angel. And then we just have a top 5 after that. So number 5 is Freddie Mercury. It's hilarious that he's number 5.
It's hilarious that you jump frogged over.
You're telling me that Freddie Mercury is better than Odaisu?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You know what? I actually agree.
Definitively. Number 4 is Rocky Balboa, which is amazing.
It's like we know who number 2 and 1 are.
Number 3
we have 3.
is Ashley Williams.
Oh, yes.
You gotta call him Ashley.
The tennis player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Ellen Ripley. And number 1 is Indiana Jones.
What a fucking surprise.
Dude, everyone agrees, man. That's just a great main character. It's hard to argue.
Yeah.
We did it.
So yeah, good job, guys. We did it.
So here's why the Langoliers are the most compelling monsters. You see, they eat time, and you know what time's a lot like? Aluminum.
So we'll see,
good.
guys.
That's not bad. That's not good for them. You're not supposed to have them in your deodorant.
Well, that's why their teeth.
Deodorant.
You know what? And we're not supposed to just eat up time, but here we fucking are.
He's right. He's right.
Cancer from all that aluminum.
Dude.
You know, maybe time is the real cancer. We're all just slowly dying from it.
No, it's aluminum.
No, it's aluminum, and we're all dying from
Dude,
it.
when I worked at Whole Foods, man, the amount of people who came up to me about aluminum in our fucking deodorant.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. So yeah.
Was that
so,
an actual thing that people talk to you about?
And fluoride in toothpaste.
So with that, guys, as always, don't forget to stay lucky. We'll see you next week with our Next The Dump. Don't forget to check out our Twitter. We'll definitely have a new list posted tonight. Of course, Mellow Yellow Mania was the what we should have for the next one was the most recent one, and it was a 4-way tie. Every single pick one. So I guess it's up to Tay what he plays.
Wait, what?
So Mellow Yellow Mania, we put up a vote to see what to play, and it was based on games he would have downloaded for free, including City Skylines, The Sims 4, Farming Simulator, and whatever he wants to play.
Okay.
It's a 4-way tie, so Tay, you get to choose, I suppose.
Cool. It's not like the reason I did that was so I didn't have to, but it's fine.
Well, I'm sorry,
I don't
the
think I
fans voted.
so
and
I'll
it was...
go.
Well, I don't think you can vote. I think the votes.
I think it'd be funny. Michael, are you just gonna pick whatever he chooses?
Whatever who chooses.
The
One of the
last
options
option was whatever Tay wants.
Oh, no. What are the other options? Farming Simulator, City Skylines, what were the others?
Or
Yeah.
Sims?
Oh, yeah. So okay. So it is over. But yeah, the options were The Sims 4, City Skylines, Farming Simulator, or whatever he wants to do.
Were we talking about Farming Simulator because we could all like multiplayer it?
Yeah, we were talking about that. If Tay wanted to do that he's free to.
Yeah, we can do that. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to do that as like a together thing, or if you guys wanted to specifically.
I mean,
because
I'd probably just jump in every now and then or something.
yeah. So like, if you wanted to have
Do I
your
have
own
to beat a
farm, we
prologue?
could. Yeah, we would like. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to do your own farm and then we jump in every once in a while, that is totally cool.
is that something that you can do in that game?
We'll find out.
I guess we will.
I'm gonna say absolutely, because I don't know. But with that,
Cool.
guys, as always, don't forget to stay lucky, and we'll see you at the next one.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye bye. Bye now. Bye bye.
Yeah. See you guys.